Boom! Lance Armstrong, Chris Froome. Chris Froome, Lance. This is an epic battle here. Chris Froome versus Lance Armstrong. Who would win in 2017 if you had 1999 Lance Armstrong, peak form, actually probably 2003, peak form, versus Froome Dog? Who would win? Battle of the spin. Both these guys are paid to win, and they're paid to motherfucking spin. Look at that cadence. Chris Froome and Lance Armstrong, legends of the sport. Undeniable legends of the sport, did what it took, did all the professional options, made it happen. Both had a similar story. They were both ditched by their teams, essentially. Lance Armstrong, Cofidis 96, had cancer, said, bye-bye, bro. You can't race, you can't ride. See you later. And they basically ditched him. Chris Froome, 2011, had no contract for 2012. He was relegated to, domestic support, continental. Div 1, Div 2, Div 3, And he's like, fuck it. Let's go big time. Let's go big time. Let's get it on the fucking program and let's get it done. Let's get a good coach. Let's get a qualified personal trainer and let's get some 7 watts per kilo action going on. And this is what we do, man. These sort of humans, if you fuck with them, they're going to take it out on the bike and they're going to get faster and stronger and faster. That's just how it is. Look at that cadence, that aggression. Chris Froome would smash Lance Armstrong in 2017. Lance was good, but he was too heavy compared to Chris Froome. Chris Froome's got the diet down pat better. He's got a different level of genetics. But Lance Armstrong, his cadence is a little bit low for Chris Froome's standard. And Chris Froome would just smoke it. That's the Horticam. Remember that stage? And Ventoux. Imagine Froome versus Armstrong at Ventoux. Armstrong wouldn't have a chance. Chris Froome did faster times in training up the Col de Moladone, Dr. Ferrari's training camp. Him and Richie Port smashed Lance's times and posted on Twitter about it. The standard is so much higher now. The standard is so much higher. There's much more pressure on pro cyclists today in 2017 than there was back in 2003 or 99. Much more pressure. It's all on social media. Anything you do wrong, it's all over social media. It's all over there. So the pressure is a lot higher than ever before. So Chris Froome has a lot more weight on his shoulders than Lance ever did. Everyone just believed Lance. It was just, Chris Froome's got a lot more pressure. He's under more stress. There's more scrutiny. And the sport's even more dangerous than ever before because there's more money involved. And it's a lot harder to live in 2017 than it was in 2003. Everyone has more pressure. There's much more pressure on every single person on the planet. Well, not every single person, but you know what I mean. There's more pressure on most individuals on the planet, and especially in the professional sense. If you're a professional in anything, there's more pressure on you. The money system, everything, politics, the environment, there's more pressure on you to perform. So Chris Froome has more pressure on his shoulders than Lance did. Everyone loved Lance. He was the American idol, the American hero. The greatest story ever told, come back from cancer, ditched by his team, came back and smashed it across every Wheaties box on every kitchen table across America. He was the homegrown, the hero. Everyone fucking wanted a bit of Lance. I made so much money selling Trek bikes because of Lance. Nike, everyone loved him, mate. Oakley, Giro, there was fucking Lance fever, man. Everyone wore yellow bracelets and shit. Everyone loved Lance until he told the truth. So we learn a lot from that people don't want the truth. They want fairy tales. They want fucking fairy tales. But Chris Froome, the physiology, let's look at the physiology, that cadence. Dr. Ferrari would be getting a boner looking at that cadence, that technique. Look at that, man. He's all over the bike like a praying mantis with a fucking asthma attack. He's just getting it done. And he's got his head down. This is how good Chris Froome is, man. He's riding with his head down. Do you know how hard that is to breathe? Lance only puts his head down when he clenches a fist across the line. Chris Froome's got his head down over his head every 5 seconds. Lance Armstrong going to have no competition with Chris Froome. Chris Froome has no competition. When Chris Froome wants to win, he got no competition. Physiologically, nothing. The dude can time trial, he can descend, and he can climb better than the 50-kilo riders. He would smash anyone who came at him. Chris Froome doesn't even have any real competition to really go for it. In the Tour de France, he's got no competition. That's his main focus. The Vuelta's not the focus. The Giro's not the focus. He goes there maybe a bit of training or whatever, chest out the pasta or the paella. But when it comes to Tour de France, Chris Froome, that's his race. It's like Lance. He's committed to it. No one could beat Lance. No one can beat Froome. It's incredible. But remember that crash with May? Oh, down and down. Oh, Lance just embodied that fucking get it fucking done spirit. He did, didn't he? He did. Oh, Lance was a cheat. Everyone's on the fucking drugs, man. Come on, get real. Even Greg LeMond said, Pantani may have cheated. It's not cheating if everyone's on it, man. It's business. It's pro sport. We expect champions. We want to see blood and tears. We don't want to hear the truth. We want to see freaks of nature smashing shit. We want to believe it's the bike. We want to believe it's the running shoes. We want to believe it's the basketball or the Wheaties that Michael Phelps eat. It's not. It's pharmacology. It's just how it is, man. It's the world we live in. It's cutthroat. 27,000 kids die today from starvation. You know. It ain't the fairy tale that Nike tells you. It ain't the fairy tale that CNN tries to sell you. It's just cold, hard truth, man. It's a cutthroat world out there. And Lance is a great example. He embodies that. Remember that 2001 Alpe d'Huez? Looking back at Ulrich, mouth closed. Boom, spin to win. But Lance Armstrong, what a fucking legend of the sport. Chris Froome, what a legend of the sport. Getting people on bikes, getting them out of cars. Just don't time trial on the bike out and get slammed by a car door. Always have your head up the road. And there you go. It's the blue train, the yellow jersey, pro sport. Aggressive exercise, funded by money to make more money. At least with cycling, we get people out on bikes. We do make the world a better place with cycling. So stay on your gear, keep inspiring chumps to get out there and ride their bike, burn fat, not oil. It's a good sport. It's the hardest sport in the world. Pro cycling. Nothing's more dangerous, nothing's more cutthroat, and nothing's more satisfying. Because it's so fucking hard. Nothing's harder, man. You know, nothing's harder. You've got to be so lean and so strong. You've got to be able to handle anything that comes your way on the bike. It's fucking insane, man. It's fucking insane. I am sinking in this silence, in this silence, I believe.